Hey there, everyone. I hope I'm in frame. We have a sunset happening, so I have a deadline, but I wanted to go through a document that I'm going to figure out how to put the full text of it in the description below. This is a document that I made up about 2.5 years ago for work. In August of 2018, I came out at my workplace as non-binary and as a person who uses they, them pronouns. So you've been seeing recently at the beginning of my videos me say my pronouns are they, them, and the little thing comes in and it says it, and it's good. So my hope, in addition to all the highway noise, I think I'll put in a little bit of like background music, hopefully not drown myself out with it, just to kind of make that a little more palatable, because yeah, we're in the front yard on the cliff where the view is gorgeous and the noise is something. Hopefully I won't get too chilly and start like shivering or anything, but do what we gotta do. Put my tea down behind me and hope I don't knock it over. Tea, water, I meant water. So, this document was put together assuming that a lot of people would not know how to use they, them pronouns at the time that I came out as non-binary and requesting they, them pronouns. So, I'm again coming out of the closet as a non-binary person and would like to provide the following guidance in case you have some of the most common questions which have been brought to them, me, over the past 5 years of being out as non-binary in their personal life. As we live in a society that includes gender in language in many ways, Cliffside would like to provide the following helpful examples for navigating, addressing them. So this is written in the third person because it was sent via my boss, who is very high-ranking, and sent to everyone in the organization that I had been having regular contact with in order to update them so that each of these individuals could hopefully be supportive, and most of them were. Even the ones who didn't want to be. Workplaces are nice like that. Alright, so some examples of ways you may currently use they, them, singular, without realizing it. That's the next thing here. Someone left their phone. Only one person owns the phone. The next example is, they really must be lost to be driving like that. Spoken about one person driving in a car. So you can see someone left their phone, and they really must be lost to be driving like that. So you may already use the same sentence structure. So you may use the same sentence structure as above to refer to Cliffside in third person. Obviously this has my birth name in it in its original form, but I don't use my birth name online, sorry. Alright, so it is acceptable to use either singular or plural verb conjugation in a sentence depending on what is comfortable for you. Or use subject verbs that do not change for plural versus singular. Here are some examples of some options. They are leaving at 4. They is leaving at 4. They will leave at 4. All of the above are correct use of the pronoun in a sentence. So being referring to one person, I'm diverging from the document for a moment, being referring to one person, you may be more comfortable or feel it is more clear to use the singular verb, and that's highly encouraged. On the other hand, you may be more comfortable to use the generally prescribed plural verb, and that's also fine. And then if you are of an unknown gender that you're speaking about, generally you restructure the sentence so that it says they will leave it for. They left their phone. you know? Not all sentences have a plural or singular verb choice involved. But if you get into a sentence and realize you need to use a pronoun, I don't want you to stop and get all awkward. Just go ahead and roll on through with whatever verb you just used. Just select the correct pronoun, please. Okay? So please note that grammatical concerns are not reason for resistance to use someone's pronouns. In the above examples, ease of use is prioritized, giving everyone the option to choose what works best for them. This is also a good point to point out, such as with someone left their phone. It is not they, them, singular that is bothering anyone who is resistant to using they, them pronouns. It is they, them, singular, specific. You can say someone left their phone. I wonder if they'll ever come back to see it. Gosh, I hope they figure out that they're missing it before we close. That would be sad for them to be without their phone until Monday when we're open again. Assuming that's a conversation that happens on a Friday. That was just ad-libbed. But as soon as that person walks in the door and says, hey, I left my phone, then you realize this phone belongs to that specific person, and now that you know what that specific person looks like, that's when you, everyone using the English language as a native speaker or who has been trained in the same way that most of us have for speaking, that's when we generally start to struggle with using non-gendered pronouns, is once we know who we're talking about. It's not that we know we're talking about one person that's the problem. Okay. Back to the document. Please note that gender may occur in regular conversation in other ways. The following provides some examples to consider. This person, parentheses, not woman or man. That would be preferable to say this person, this human, this earthling, as one of my followers calls me. I love it. I love it. The next point says, avoid referring to Cliffside using gendered terms, such as my personal highest pet peeve, lady, woman, girl, cis, mother, queen, etc. Also, please avoid man, dude, king, bro, father, etc. In cases where gendered language might occur, please choose something more neutral. Neutral identifiers others have used for me include examples such as human, friend, buddy, fellow earthling. Feel free to use any gender-neutral term that works for you, or make up your own. Creativity is encouraged. Cliffside's preferred honorific. Maybe not everybody knows the term honorific. I assume they did for work purposes, but an honorific is the little initials that go before your name. So, my preferred honorific is mix. That is MX dot. So please use MX as my preferred honorific. Mix Cliffside Permaculture. Alright, so the honorific MX period has been included in Webster Dictionary since 2017 and is noted as having its first appearance in a publicly printed document in 1977. For those who do not wish to be addressed according to gender, it replaces Mr., Ms., Miss, and Mrs. This is applicable for those who do not wish to be addressed according to gender in their honorific, but also do not hold an educational degree-related honorific that is already non-gendered, such as doctor or reverend. Some examples of they, them, their, singular specific in a sentence. Alright, so here's 3 examples. Cliffside would like to attend. You will need to contact them for their availability. Has Cliffside provided authorization yet? These are very work-related examples. Has Cliffside provided authorization yet? They are a required signatory. Third example, Cliffside may wish to weigh in on this issue themselves. Let's arrange to consult with them. Okay? Cliffside would like you to respect their gender and pronouns, even when you are not in their presence. And since y'all are on the internet, you're pretty much never within earshot of me until after you post it, so you know. And encourage others to do so as well. Getting respect is an exhausting task when one is on their own in requesting it. Your help is very, very much appreciated. Please help your colleagues, it's still a work document, with practicing appropriate use of their pronouns and avoiding any gendered phrasing in reference to them, to me. If a mistake is detected, Cliffside would like to have the exact same sentence repeated back with pronoun correction included. Just repeat what you said and fix it. That's all I want. That's it. Cliffside does not wish to be given any big apology or excuses. Oh, I totally meant it. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm just struggling. This is really hard. Nah, thanks, nah. I would like to hear, oh, right, they wanted to do that. That's right. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm asking for respect, not groveling. And I'm not going to tell you it's okay to make the mistake either. So, oh, I'm so sorry. What am I supposed to say to that? It's not okay. It's not. So, I just want respect. I'm not mad, but it's also not just like, oh, it's fine. I might say, you'll get it. You'll get it. You'll get it. Keep trying. But if that's not what you want to hear for your big groveling apology, then that's kind of your problem. But that is my hope. Please practice as needed to assist in your skills with using they, them, their pronouns for Cliffside. It actually says for our colleague. So yes, this is a document that came from way on high that had been screened by HR. At the end of the document originally, my specific workplace has a host of resources that help with inclusiveness, with gender use. However, that would give away where I work, and that's not what I'm about to do here. So if you've seen equivalent de-identified versions of support that are from out wherever, I would love to see those linked below if you have them. Even if they're like maybe from your workplace, if you'd like to post them to me anonymously, I do have an email. I'll put it at the end, I guess. Oh, I might get some hate that way. I don't know. I'll think about that. Let me know if you want my email in comments below, and I can send it to you. Yeah, so if you have it and don't want to put it in a comment yourself, that's fine. If you do have it and don't mind being in a comment yourself, that's cool. You can come on over to Instagram. I do have one now. I'm not doing very good at keeping it updated, but it exists, and I check in like, like once a month probably, but I'll see that eventually if you want to send something to me over there. It's Cliffside Permaculture. I also created a Twitter, but I literally haven't remembered to check it since I created it, so sorry. Also, sorry about all the ambulances going by. Hopefully everybody's okay, because that's a couple of very swirly ambulances. So, although the first one might have been an escort vehicle. I don't know. But there they go. So that's the summation of the document that I got cleared through HR, that got sent from pretty much the highest possible name in the tree of command from me. HR doesn't like to do it themselves for some reason. I don't know, it's fine. I was actually quite disappointed I went through HR for it because they pretty much just slowed me down. My boss was much more willing to just help. Also, fun fact, the DMV in Pennsylvania put an X in my gender line. So if the Department of Motor Vehicles can respect me, and it only takes them 2 weeks to figure it out between announcement it was going to happen to rollout date, you can make a pretty quick turnaround too. And the DMV employees behind the counter were perfect. Mwah. They handled pronouns with me, talking to each other behind that counter with such excellence. And I had to go out to one of the ones that are a little more remote because of the type of document. There's only 3 in our region that they can handle specific types of documents. So I actually had to go a bit out to do it, and mwah, they were excellent. Love it so much. So, that's what we just went through. It'll be in the description on a phone. If you hit the little downward facing arrow, it'll expand the description for you with the full text. At least that's the current format when you're on an Android. And if you're on a desktop, there's a little see more, like it'll say the first sentence or something, and then it says see more, and you click that, and it makes the description under the title of the video is going to be here, and then the content is going to be here. So if you want to end up seeing my full text, I'll figure out how to do bullet points. I'll probably just use hyphens because I don't think it's a full formatting compliant type of field. The moon is gorgeous. Can you see it? You're crooked. It's right in the tree right here. At this exact moment, that is beautiful. Hello, bird. There's a robin in the tree above us. So what I'm gonna do now is switch you over to sunset mode, because why not? If you've made it this far, I appreciate you so much. And I am very much looking forward to hopefully hearing questions and hopefully some support. That's what I'm hoping. So enjoy a sunset with a little bit of music. Take care. Thanks so much for visiting Cliffside and the Cliffside. This, people care, is a permaculture principle. This has been Permaculture. Take care.